Donald Trump speaking to the issues that voters care about. And if you take a look at last night's exit polls, 40% of Republican voters in North Carolina, Florida, and Missouri, plus 38% in Ohio, all expressing anger, if you like, at the way that the federal government is being currently run. Donald Trump won way more than half of those voters in every single state except Missouri. With me now, Arizona Sheriff and Trump supporter Joe Arpaio. Sheriff, thank you so much for the time. We're glad to have you back. You have been a longtime supporter of Donald Trump. You, because you're on the front lines, understood right away how important immigration is as an issue. What did you think of last night's results?
It was great. It's just not illegal immigration, of why I like Mr. Trump. He has the courage to speak out. He has some great ideas. And right from the beginning, I knew that this was a person that was special. He's tapped into the anger of this country. And I would hope that the so-called establishment and anti-Trump people understand that it's the people that count, the people that vote. And he's going to be the nominee, and I guarantee you he'll take care of Hillary.
So, Sheriff, when you say it is the people who vote, that's exactly what's going on right now. There is this groundswell of support for him, but we still have the RNC spokespeople saying, well, it's kind of the people who vote, but by a process. As a voter, how does that strike you?
It's disgusting, and I'm a little sad of what they're saying. They'll say anything to get rid of Trump, and that's sad. There's a silent majority out there when I first introduced him in Phoenix, but I took away silent. It's not silent, it's a majority now. I think people better start understanding that and stand by him and do what's good for this country and forget all the petty politics, whether they like his conversation, and I can go on and on.
So, Sheriff, just moments ago, I spoke with someone who herself is a lifelong Democrat, or I should say was. She's a third-generation Democrat, and she said right here she is changing her mind and she's voting for Trump. Here's part of why.
It's just how the Democratic Party had handled that whole case and how President Obama has yet to acknowledge her. And Donald Trump has acknowledged her and her family several times, and it was that very instance that just changed my entire course.
So, Sheriff, just to fill in the context, that was because of that beautiful young girl who was killed in San Francisco being one of the cities that is a so-called safe city, harboring city for illegal immigrants. What is your take on that and other cities like San Francisco?
Well, you know, this illegal immigration problem is a big problem thanks to Donald Trump. Don't forget, he opened the door. Nobody wanted to talk about illegal immigration until he did. Now everybody is talking about it, which is great. Isn't it great? Maybe something will be done about it one day. And you forget the drug problem. Now, he talked about the heroin about 2 months ago. He wants to put up the wall. The wall should not be there just for illegal immigration. We are being flooded with drugs from Mexico. We ought to be talking about that problem that we have, too. He is talking about it. I don't see anybody else talking about drugs. It's always illegal immigration coming across that border.
Well, to your point, in New Hampshire, people came out and voted for him exactly for that reason, because local community leaders said, we're sick of our kids dying from heroin overdoses.
So he's got, you know, I've supported I've been the campaign manager honorary for Bush and for Mitt Romney, and many of them come to me for endorsements. But when I talked to him, something was special in my gut. He's different than all the rest, and I think, and I know he will make a great president, and everybody's taking shots at him, not literally. Everybody's going after him, media, you name it. But he's able to fight it off. People believe in him. And I think the more people go after him, the higher his polls are going to get.
Sheriff, we thank you, as always, for your time. So glad you could join us. Sheriff Joe Arpaio with me there. Well